on the store. Arnold, thank you very much for joining us. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for having me on.
Is the tour over?
Yes, it is over, and Minister should be in Accra by now.
Okay. Which places did you go with him?
Okay, so we toured 3 regions: Eastern region, Central region, Western region. But then yesterday we entered Western North slightly. So, but I'll consider it Western region. So we've been to 3 regions from Monday to last night.
Eastern, Central, Western.
And Western, yes.
Okay.
And part of Western North.
And part of Western North. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Generally, what impressions? Okay, your own impression, because you are very much interested in when matters of road come up, and the minister's own impressions of the general delivery of those contracts.
Right. For my personal impression, I think it's been it's a mixed feelings. You know, there are sites that we visited that have the contractors delivering up to expectation, which we're all excited about, and then a few of them who have performed below par. And even those who have performed below par, they only have, I think 2 of them have 1% that they need to make up for as quickly as possible. And then the other 2 performed really, really, really abysmally. And that one, I'm sure we've all seen viral videos on Ghana Roads and more about the minister being very upset. Not just himself, his deputy, and his officials, very, very upset. So for the minister's impression, I would say based on his utterances, his demeanor, and his orders, he have been excited with the ones that have performed very well. Like when we went to the Eastern region, where he ordered the contractors to get back to site for the bypasses to be completed, hopefully by end of 2027. He showed some level of excitement because it is one crucial project that he wants done, you know. And then from there, we proceeded to the Winneba interchange. Over there too, he was excited. He's pleased with work done. And then we moved to the Central region, where we entered. Let me get you a comprehensive list if you have the time.
Okay.
A comprehensive list of the places we visited. So we touched on the construction of the interchange at Winneba roundabout,
okay,
including bridges and footbridges. We also entered Swedru and checked on some Swedru town roads.
Okay.
And then we moved on to the Cape Coast Winneba stretch and rehabilitation of Apam Ankamo Afransi Road, and then Afransi Town Road. We also did Enyami Gomoa Ogwa Ejuma Kontechiman Road, which is 22.6 kilometers, being handled by General Constructions and Development Limited. And then Ogwa Ejuma Kontechiman Road, also being handled by the same contractor, General Constructions and Development Limited. And then we did the rehabilitation of Mankesim Ejumakun Aguna Swedru Road and other town roads, all totaling 111 kilometers, handled by E-Speedway Constructions Limited. So E-Speedway has 1% to catch up as quickly as possible.
1%?
And then, yes, 1%.
What does that mean? They are behind schedule by 1%?
Yes, they are behind schedule by 1%.
Okay.
You know, each site has a threshold.
Okay.
That you're supposed to meet by now if you went to site in January.
Okay.
Okay. So if the minister gets there, the first thing he wants to know is your percentage.
Okay.
So if you're supposed to do 20 and you've done 10, it means you are lagging behind 10. If you're supposed to do 12 and you've done 11, you owe Ghana 1%.
Okay.
So that's how it's been. And then we proceeded to the Central and touching base with Western region. So the Cape Coast Takrady Road, you know, it moves from Central into Western.
Mm-hmm.
We went on all the lots on that stretch. And We entered Western yesterday, which is Tuesday. So the whole of yesterday was for Western and part of Western North. So we had the Atieku Trefo, Enyinasi Road, Daboase Junction, Atieku Road, Cape Coast Sakrade Road, and then Enchi Elubo Road. So with this Enchi Elubo Road, which is 71 kilometers, this is where ministers first anger display showed. You know, he wasn't pleased at all. So there was something interesting that happened. We went from Takrade into Enchi through Elubo. So we went through Axim, got to Elubo, and then branched off. The contractor wanted to meet the minister right at the beginning of the stretch.
Okay.
But for some reasons, minister decided, no, let's drive on the road so I ascertain the level of work done before I speak to the work done.
Okay. So the contractor wanted him to speak, is it at the beginning of the stretch? From
yeah,
where?
At the beginning of the stretch. At Elubo.
Okay.
Yes. So if he had spoken at Elubo, he had a choice to either get back to Azim and use that stretch into Westing. But then he decided, let's use the stretch and let me see the entire thing you've done before I speak to it. And that's where the biggest surprise of the day came up. You know, he wasn't pleased at all. And from time to time, we stop, he gets down, and then out of anger, he gets back in his car, and then we all move to the point where he had to personally interview some residents to ascertain from them what the situation with the road has been and whether or not the contractor has been consistently on the road. And the videos are out there on Ghana Road to check out. He hasn't been pleased with that. And that contractor is Top Engineering International Limited. So he's ordered them to make up for the loss. And there was a timely intervention by the CEO of Ghana Highways Authority and other officials. That's the only reason why he didn't terminate the contract. And also for the fact that he's been given mobilization of 80.2 million Ghana cedis.
Okay.
You know, and it's going to be difficult to retrieve the money. So he decided to give them another chance. And then from there, we proceeded to Samreboy Road, Prestia Samreboy Road. And then we did partial reconstruction of Bordier Asankregua Road and Mansu Amenfi Town Road. From that side, we proceeded to Takwa Agona Nkwanta Road.
Okay.
And then Takrade Agona Nkwanta Road. In fact, for the western stretch, we actually started with the Takrade Agona Junction Road, handled by Jasmo Constructions. And Jasmo is 1 year ahead of schedule, 1 full year.
Oh, really?
Ahead of schedule, yes. And he's hoping to complete by July. So in the next 2 months, if what he said is something he's going to stick with, by July, that should be done.
Okay. 1 year ahead of schedule.
Yes, 1 year ahead of schedule.
Were the engineers that were with the minister and the minister himself, were they impressed with the quality of work he was doing? Because sometimes,
very impressed. Another interesting thing about that project is that, you see, before this government took over, they had been owed $78 million.
$78 million?
Yes. President Mahama came, cleared the debt, and quickly they get back on site, and that's the work they've done.
Okay.
Yes.
So once they were paid the money, they've gone back to site and they are delivering way beyond schedule.
Yes, they've gone back, they have delivered, and they are 1 year ahead. Yes.
There's an issue of is it the Bogoso Road, where the minister also had an issue? What was the problem there?
Yes, Black Oak. So Black Oak had the contract in 2025 and then went on site in March this year. And from March to now, no show. And according to minister, he also hasn't displayed enough interest in the project. And so the only reasonable thing to do would be to start the process to terminate it, because mobilization hasn't also been paid to him. So,
okay. Yeah. They haven't, in his case, you're saying that they haven't paid him any money in terms of mobilization, nothing to him.
Yes, in terms of mobilization, yes.
Okay.
Now, some contractors haven't had mobilization.
Okay.
Some have been given mobilization.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
So in this case, Black Oak's project hasn't taken any mobilization, and that is from Bogoso to Prestia, 18.7 kilometer stretch.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Very interesting. So, in this case, was a decision made right on the spot, or they are still considering it?
The decision to begin the termination process was made right on the spot.
Mm-hmm.
So he's ordered the CEO of Ghana Highways to begin the process.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So hopefully within the week, I'm getting on my own.
Okay. 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 So it is only in the case of these two contractors that the minister had major issues. In majority of the cases, you're talking about maybe 1% behind schedule.
Yes.
Okay.
Majority of the cases for this 3 days we've been on the road, it is the top engineering company and also Black Oak that is had major issues with. Yes.
I see. Very interesting. Thank you. Thank you very much for speaking to us on this. This is Arnold Elavanyo Mensah, Ghana Roads and More, joining us on the line, giving us some details of exactly what transpired. So there are two contractors that are the subject of the minister's anger. In fact, largely because the minister has seen the work they've done, the work they were supposed to do. In the case of Black Oak, they took the contract, moved to site in March, and nothing has been done yet. They've done no work. But in their case, they've not been paying mobilization. But assurance, the minister said, assurance they've given them is that you will not raise a certificate and will fail to pay. That's the situation.